Hello everyone. I hope you're all doing well. We haven't still found a file of a presentation. We need to use our intelligence. Sometimes we are involved with AI that we forgot to uh, use our natural intelligence. I hope we find the file really soon. But here and this opening session, it's a pleasure to be here with elites, professors, and researchers the last year, and exactly in the moment that Iran's international AI association was built. We had the pleasure to be in this event, and this is a reunion for us, and it's a pleasure. Today's title is Universal Trends and Analyzing AI's Future and Internet of Objects. I have the file in my laptop. We, as engineers, we must be cautious of the files that we have and bring them. The title today is Universal. I'll start it with a sentence that I heard it 2 days ago, and it's no AI without process intelligence, and then AI is only as smart as the input. The first sentence says that realistically, AI must be based on understanding processes and practical data, operational data. This was a good sentence. When we want to use AI in our organizations, we don't see the need to make processes and businesses smart. We just go for the AI as an assistant in our organization, and this is a mistake. Till we do not make our processes smart using AI agents or anything, not only it's not gonna help us, but also it's gonna put us in a wrong path and accelerate us. For example, in a process in industry, in production, if the process is wrong, if something is wrong, for example, in a university, a process, and if you want to apply AI as an assistant there, while we know that the process is wrong, this is not going to help us to improve our organization, but it's going to put us in a wrong path and mislead us. In February 2025, Selenis, one of the pioneers in data, process mining, and process intelligence, must be alongside AI and be with it. And if we do not do that, we are not going to get hopeful results. In a report that says 89% of business leaders believe that AI must understand business processes, and 81% of some companies in the survey said that in the next 12 months they're going to use AI to improve their processes, and 74% said that they're going to increase their budget in AI. We see the statistic here. When we are talking process intelligence, we are talking about exploring processes. One of the elements that is helpful here is sensors. The sensors that are used in industry environment, sensors that in that real environment are sensing data and are gathering data, and they're sending them to us. The picture that you see here is a perspective on the upcoming years and a review on the things that happened in IoT in 2024. This is a really good picture, and I've tried to elaborate on this on next slide. You just have a general look at this picture, and I'll explain them briefly in the next slides. ANSYS, that is one of the great companies in simulation applications. In the past year was integrated with Synapseed, and this integration shows that we are moving towards smart systems, that the border between simulation operation is removed. This integration proposes using simulatory data and self-improvement here is seen. And we see real data alongside with data that are simulated, and digital data are helping to a system to self-improve and the processor to self-improve. The other picture shows a standard that Linux Foundation published that shows practical size and of age. And in somewhere else, we see Shanghai Spacecom in data, space data and satellite data, and in circles close to the Earth, they are working with their data in that area, and they say that we can be hopeful to similar projects like Starlink and OneWeb are going to have a more role in 2025 when it comes to IoT. Or we have cyber resilience of rule of Europe, and some serious measures are taken when it comes to devices connected to each other in IoT or Internet for Everything. And the IoT is gonna have a jump in 2025. Reducing lots of jobs. It shows that jobs are going to be replaced by IoT, and this is something that would accelerate in 2025. IoT operation being provided by Microsoft and data management. We have here cloud computing and edge computing is possible here, and it's predicted that till the end of 2025, similar platforms with focus on in the moment decisions. And so in 2025 we have the increase in integration of AI and IoT. We will have process mining and improving process industry will get better. We have technologies like LoRaWAN or 6G and 5G as the basis for connection in IoTs. And focus on sustainability is where devices and tools of IoT are gonna have a low energy usage, and they're gonna be environment friendly. The new sensors are now recyclable. For example, in agriculture and farming, we have sensors that are absorbed in soil, and we have sensors and chips that when they are planted in human body after surgery, they are absorbed in our human body. So sustainability means being recyclable and being able to get back to industry and being in line with nature and environment. The picture here, for example, in well-being, we see that the only size of the IoT in health, how is it going to be in 2023? And if we put it alongside with the devices that are going to be connected together, we see that in 2013 we will have 40 billion devices connected together. If we see the Earth population 10 billion, we will have 4 devices for every person, and they're connected to each other. New concepts are shaped in this area too. We already had Internet of Behavior, we said that internet changed our lifestyle and education, or we have internet of medical things. A new concept that we see in the previous year, we have the behavioral IoT. Tools and devices, when interact with each other, when I use that for interaction with you, these tools know my network, and based on their behavioral analysis, they can introduce new services. And they know that, for example, I'm in touch with people from universities or businesses, and it means that this IoT is an IoT that's gonna gather behaviors and analyze them, and based on them is gonna introduce new services in their devices. So based on the society that you're involved with, and based on the people that you are in touch with, you would use some tools, some services, and this is behavioral IoT, and don't have the time to bring those in the slides. So universal trends and future analysis, we're going to see how this is happening. AI and its integration with IoT. It shows that McKinsey in 2024 predicts the market of IoT as having $1.2 billion till 2013. The cycle of Gartner, AI in its maturity stage, we will have it in TNMLs, tiny MLs, tiny machine learning. We have sensors that we would put them in farming environments or city environments for traffic. They gather data and they send them to a place, and the place sends them to another place, and they are processed. Then now we have the traffic algorithm or pattern. Somewhere in some places, maybe these tools have learning in themselves too, and we would not need to send all the data that they gather. Then that's why they are called tiny MLs. So the neo IoTs are gonna have tiny MLs in them too. They have a small machine learning in them. And it's useful in the places that we need in-moment analysis. We need to analyze something fast. For example, in cybersecurity, where we're facing 0 days. You know that we had a cyber attack to our infrastructure in our country. The main reason that we didn't notice was the good systems that were used in our infrastructure, and it was successful with machine learning. In crucial areas, these are used. So they would quickly get the data, and they would take an action on it too. We see the IEEE report. We have 4G advanced standardization. We see AI and its integration with IoT in order to reduce energy usage. Interesting point that we see in all of this is that it seems, based on the thing that is happening in the world, it seems that cloud services are in a way getting limited, and there is more supervision on them. The main concern in cloud services is, help me. The main concern in cloud services is big data sets. If you want to send a big data, this gonna bandwidth. It's gonna take bandwidth. So some data is crucial. Some data is supposed to be made decision in the moment. We have edge computing and see that it's more developed. Edge computing is a direct connection to IoT, and where the data is being gathered and collected. in the in the trends of AI development, we need to consider this, and with IoT. And one thing in cloud computations is um, you would base some of your processes on some products. You would get sanctioned, or you would not be able to use that system, or we have regulations. Some regulations are in the host country that is developing those systems. Those using those systems might get to become a tool. So all of this, beside each other, is giving us a result that we need to be cautious about this area. And there are lots of reports that AI's impact and IoT decreases. One of them in supply chain is that, for example, something has happened in Shahid Rajai. We need to veer the memory of those who we lost, and we should wish well-being for the people who were hurt. For example, Bandar Rajai was really important for our country. If we use AI and data collection and IoT in our supply chain, for example, if we can predict some other things in that, and this is what Amazon is using. They would use weather forecast. They would have a social analysis and predict that where they're gonna send their product, or where they are gonna improve their supply chain. And AI is gonna help us in our country is the supply chain. So we have lots of reports that are that we call it the complementary reports. For example, the report says 65% improvement in preventive repairs. For example, if they've developed a product that through voice sound processing, they've analyzed sound, and based on that, they recognize that a device is gonna be need to be repaired in some months. Just because of just one device, if a production line is gonna end up stopped, we're gonna prevent that, so they can be better in their product management. They can have $2 million of saving when it comes to repairing and maintaining devices. For example, you would have a sound in the carburetor of the car that takes the sound of the car, and they will say that the problem is from some part of the car. As for example, one of the companies from Kerman, a good company, that through using some sensors, they had deep discoveries. We have surface discoveries, but deep discoveries is something that now they are able to discover data in 700 meters, for example, and they would say that we have resources like metal, gold, and so far they have discovered 2 gold mines, and this is done through AI's analysis. They've used voice analysis in finding corruptions with analyzing frequencies of light favor, or even in rails. Sometimes we have this too. Mostly we have light fibers in this area. They would say that a car is passing there, or a construction is happening. In the rails, they analyze sound, and the rail is sounds different when the train is moving from them. So this would give us where the rail is destroyed or harmed or damaged. Lots of companies in this park are successful in this area. Well, we have universal surveys, we have positive investment outcomes, we have federal learning, and distributed AI is something important. In autonomous IoT systems, and moving from acting systems to preventive systems. Autonomous systems like autonomous robot, that a robot that is designed to just go into a circle is different from a robot that is gonna check a company, or for a robot that's gonna check people to not go to some places. But that robot is something autonomous and goes and checks that areas too. For example, a person is going out of there and doing something out of there. This is an industrial autonomous robot for something else, but beside the things that it does something else. For example, we would have autonomous drones. And it uses learning. So we're using federal learning. Through the data that it gathers is learning at the same time. We have quantum sensors. Surely in 2 or 3 years, we're going to see a revolution in sensors, and we'll have quantum sensors. But these sensors, alongside with their advantages, we need to be cautious that the sensors and machines that are in quantum, their aim is security, and 0-1 coding and passwording doesn't have meaning. Decoding is really fast now. One of the things that we need to be cautious is IoT and IoT in industries. Let's think that the sensor are supposed to process some data. We need to be cautious of those data that are related to cybersecurity. And we have correlation of technologies in the future of AIoT. It's important. So we have the chip of Intel, Loyestel, that connects 10 million neurons to each other. They are power saving. They are useful in lots of areas. They are used they are inspired from brain engineering. We have sensory integrations that are mimicking biometrics. Lots of contracts. Our smart contracts are from machine to machine, and there is no human involved, and they're happening smart between machines, and you will see its implications in the world. Humans. Yeah. The challenges and the opportunities. We have improvement in security, and security based on hardware, standardization for crucial infrastructures, and we have ethical frameworks and digital cautiousness. If we want to talk about technology leaders, these 4 can be considered technology leaders in the area of AI IoT. For example, Apple, Nvidia. New new pioneers. For example, they are called destroyers that destroy old approaches and make new approaches. These are the people that make main changes. Roadmap of applying, organizational applying and conclusion. We need to have immediate measures in IoT. We should have some take some measures in cybersecurity, investment in edge computing, uh, in order to move from cloud attachments. In a long perspective, having autonomous IoT devices that are going to have most uses. As a conclusion, the coordination of AI and IoT is one of the most big evolutions that is going to happen in our time. Being successful in this area needs being ethical, and organizations that practically get close to AR and IoT, they will have the best opportunity to improve. In the last part, in International AI Association, first of all, we have 11 committees and 20 professional committees. Alongside with that, we have a magazine and a research magazine with Great B, and our goal is that till next year we want to get a Scopus. That's our policy. If if people have articles, we can upload the best articles. Thanks for your time. I wish you all the best.